Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. Today we're gonna talk about the fear of make mistakes. I have with me in this immersion Mateus and Luana. Luana is coming. So if you don't know me yet, my name is Epaminondas Sá. I'm host here on TNT and English immersions. So let's start. Let's start this immersion. Mateus, please, could you introduce yourself for us?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Matheus. I'm 31 years old. I live here today in Rio de Janeiro. Is the small city Itaguaí. I'm a graduate in product engineer. I am a data analyst. I work in this area there are 4 years. I like this area and learning English today for me it's very very important because I use it my during my days for learning any tools for learning about my career, about my area, talk to other people in the other country from the LinkedIn. And for me, it's important learning English, talk to other people, learning books in English or technical books because helping me a lot in my activities. That's it.
Pretty good, pretty good. Thank you so much. Good morning, Luana. Are you there? Can you talk?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Was
Please introduce yourself.
having a quick lunch.
No problem.
Okay, my name is Luana. My God, I say um, the same thing all the time. I'm 41 years old. I have been a lawyer for 10 years. I live in Lisbon. I come to Lisbon to do my master's degree in law. It delayed because of the pandemic, but I finished in February. Here it's been raining for 2 months. It's so boring. And I'm going to Brazil next month. I go to the beach every day.
Very good,
That's
very
all
good,
for today.
very good. It's been raining right now here as well, but it's a kind of cloudy day and sometime rainy
But
and
it's rainy, but it's hot.
yeah,
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 here
exactly.
it's raining and it's
A
cold.
little difference. That's a little difference. So, and for me, my name is Epaminondas Sá from Brasilia, 30 years old. Let me see one more. I love to play video games, read, but I want to read more. That's my goal for this month. I want to read. I love to do exercise, and I promised that I will start one new sport, maybe swim, maybe I don't know. I'm deciding yet, but that's it. And today we're gonna talk about fear of make mistakes. So the number one is: do you think it's normal to be afraid before an important choice? Mateus, I'll start from you. Let me know. It's normal or not, or what do you think?
I think is some case it's difficult because I think so especially if this choice is important for your life and in questions professional or personal. And for me, do you take a choice in your life? It's some case the people be afraid. For example, any types all my life, I may take a choice, but I'm afraid because oh my God, it's the choice. It's correct. It's okay in the final ends. But I think it's normal in your life, in your professional life. The people choice go out the other job, for example, or living in the other country. I think is choices. I don't know in English. Desperta, né? I'm afraid in the people.
Yeah, for sure. Normally, one important choice can change the way in your life. So I agree too. I think it's normal, especially big choice, important choice in life. I think it's normal. It's normal to be afraid about the future because we don't know the future, so it's normal. Luana, I don't know if you have some important choice in your life or not. Let me see if you think it's normal to be afraid. Let me know.
Mm, Normally, I don't feel afraid when I want to do something. But nowadays, I think more. I think more about the consequence. But I don't feel afraid to do things normally. That's why I think I it's the second time I live in Portugal. I lived in Lisbon, in London, sorry. And I will go to London again this year to start a new course. Um, I think it's part of life to feel fear, but it can't make us stuck, because if you don't do things, you will regret in the future for sure. But in the past, I usually to think, don't think. I I feel I think and do quickly, but now I think more about the consequence plan, do my plans, but I don't feel afraid. I think it's part of life. We have to take a risk and live intensive life.
Yeah. I like this kind of thoughts because from my perspective nowadays, I think whatever what you do, it's not a sentence for your life, you know? It's not, yeah, I do that and I did that and now I have no options. No, whatever what you do, you can do different things after and so I'm trying to think a little bit less because I think a
I
lot
think
about some things and sometimes I don't do because of that, you know.
yeah, I now I think about the plan, but I normally I do. In the past, I don't think. I just imagine it and do. I regret some things that I did, but if I didn't, maybe I will think till now if I did this, if I prefer to do I prefer to do about I prefer to regret about things that I did than regret about things that I didn't.
Got it. Got it. Important point of view. But Mateus, I want to know from you, the number two. What are the pros and cons of fear of making mistakes? There's pros? Let me know what do you think.
Oh, I mean, it's a good question. In my case, increase attention and care. For example, fear can lead to a more careful review of work and a search for precision avoids avoidable mistakes. And the the two, it's the procrastination or inaction. Fear can be so strong, very strong, that the person avoids action for fear, for example, of making mistakes. The famous "What if I mess up?" and it's important when the people, for example, it's normal. because, for example, the last year I received one opportunities for work in the other job, and I remember, oh my God, it's this decision. It's okay if I make a mistake in this decision. And there are the two question pros in this about this, but it's normal. It's very normal because your life. Unfortunately, some people make mistakes, and it's normal. I think I don't see when people during my life if the people don't make a mistakes. It's normal because the people are learning about your life with your mistakes. And for me, in the past, I learning about my mistakes, and it's normal in your life. It's normal.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Totally. And even English, normally a lot of people don't speak English because of the fear of make mistakes and spell some word wrong and things like that. And because of that, don't try. So exactly.
Yes. In the past, for example, I'm afraid when the people in the LinkedIn, the other country, oh Matthew, I like your profile and I have this opportunity here in my company. Can you interview you about your position? But when I see this question, oh my God, in English, talk in English, the other people interview, and these moments I'm very afraid. Oh no, not. I'm not. I know. I'm not. I'm happy in my job now, but I'm afraid when I see the situation. But when I remember the situation, it's funny because oh my God, in the past I don't have this courage for talk in English about your interview, and today I have this this courage because it's normal because some people sometimes, oh my goodness, I have this opportunity in my company now in the USA. Do you accept take one interview? And some moments, yes, oh, okay, I'm accept for me, okay. And for me, it's more easy now, but in the past, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, for sure. I totally understand you. Um, Luana, and about you? The pros and cons of fear of make mistakes. Number two.
Um, Let me see. I think there are more pros than cons to feel a fear to make mistake. Like Matheus said, the first time came to immersion, I was very nervous, like if I was speak for 1,000 people, and because I feel that I people won't understand me, I will speak everything wrong. It's normal, but I think it's more pros than cons. You have to try things. You have to take a risk. I think life is about this. If you feel afraid about everything, you won't know new people. You will be stuck in your career or working in a job that you hate. A lot of people work in a job that they don't like. It's not. I am not people a kind people like that.
Yeah, you brought an important example. I know a lot of people that, oh, complain about the job. Oh, my job is not good. I'm so busy. I have no time because of my job. My boss is not a good person. Okay, but what you can do? I don't know. I don't know. It's important.
And just
Normally, it's just fear.
complain
Yeah.
and complain and
Normally, just fear. Fear about the future. Fear about because if you want to increase your life, it's important to maybe create more new abilities or enhance your abilities and try other opportunities. Go out your job and try other, or even try search for other job and then we when you achieve then quit. So normally we have a lot of people afraid about the future and don't do. I think fear is important because kind of protect you, but the level of fear is different. Now that fear that make you think about the future and take one better decision is good, but a lot of fear can stop you in your life. So it's hard. It's important to have a balance about fear because there's pros, as like I said, about maybe have better decision, but on the other hand, you can do nothing about your life because you are afraid to take risks. So important.
yes,
Think
the
about that.
good point. You said the good point. Fear is important because if we feel a lot of like secure about everything, it can't be good because I'm a superwoman. I'm not a superwoman. I know I have limits, boundaries. That's why you said a good point.
Exactly. I see this, for example, about driver in traffic. Oh, I'm a very good
Oh,
driver, and because of that, I can go so fast because no, it's not good. So fear is important, but it's important to have a balance about this fear. Um, Guys, let's think about the number three. Have you ever felt stagnant because of the fear of making mistakes? So don't. Mateo said about the interview, or have you have you ever felt stagnant because of the fear of making mistakes, Mateus? Besides the interview, other experience, let me know.
Yes, during my some jobs when I work in the past, for example, I see one activity and I'm stagnant because I have afraid this wrong this activity. And for me, today I see the situation and I have other, how can I say, perception. I know it's called in English, perception about this. And I make activities and I don't have this uh, make afraid or stagnant because of this situation. But in the past, I have some afraid about this make mistakes. But today for me, it's more easy. It's more easy for resolve this situation. But in the past, it's more complicated for me.
Yeah, I know, I feel you. And you, Luana, I know that you did important choice in your life, but let me see if you ever felt like this. Don't did something because of the fear. Let me know.
uh, stagnant. It's meaning the same meaning of stuck. Yeah. Mm, I think it never happened with me. uh, but I remember once when I started to defense as a uh, when I started to work as a criminal lawyer, the first time I defense a murder in the tribunal, crimes um, against life. I was so nervous because was my first time, and when I finished my defense, I I can't remember what I said, like I was so nervous, and when I finish, I just do this with my head down my head and sit. And oh my God, I don't remember what I said. My gosh. But I take about 2 months and I did another, and uh, but every time I will do the serious defense like that, I was nervous, and it's part of the process because it's very serious. One per there are one person that depends on my defense, and this person can be jealous for 20 years or can be free that day. Was hard. It was so hard, but I like because of the adrenaline was so good.
But now I'm curious about the result. What happened?
The result was he was guilt. He was guilt, but I can uh, take some qualifications of the crime, take off some qualifications of the crime, and he was guilty for a simple murder, not for a qualification crime. Like
Got it.
I can't explain in English,
But I got it. I got it.
but he received a less
Sentence.
condition condenations. I don't know. Eu nem sei se esse nome existe.
Thank you. Thank you so much. But you said about the your first experience in like that, and I remember here my first experience side of the class as a teacher, and I don't remember. I don't remember. It's interesting because you said about it. I felt like you after. I don't remember my first time in front on a class. So interesting. Maybe I think it was good, but normally first experience is not the best thing in
So
life. So no. Uh, guys, let's think about the number 4. I really like this sentence. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Do you agree? And why? Mateus, do you agree? We suffer more in imagination than in reality. And
I
why?
agree. I agree. I see one phrase these days. The might is not. It's called anticipates suffering that may never exist. And it's funny because some cases, some people have your mind. Oh my God! If you don't, this case don't. If I make mistakes, or oh my God, if you don't finish this activity now, I have problems, and your mind creates a new possibility in your imagination, and the people make afraid in your mind, but in the reality, it's totally different, very, very different. And I have the in some past, I see many people and with me too, and I make my mind well when I about something about my job, about my activities, but in the reality, it's totally different. It's more easy this result, but your mind, your mind have this powerful for the make a confuse in your activity the reality o que de fato está acontecendo, né? And comparison the situation in your mind. And but it's there are these the people suffer in your mind anticipation in comparison to the reality.
Yeah, it's interesting to think that every fear in life uh, does it exist in life. It's about future, and we don't know the future. So normally, every fear that we have, it's about things that doesn't exist, or scenarios or experience that is not true because it isn't happen. So it's interesting to think about. Normally, we create a big consequence about the thing, and when happen, it's just okay, no problem. So, oh, I suffered a lot because of that, and now I have no problem. So it's so important to have this conscience because sometimes we suffer a lot and create a scenario, a very, very bad scenario in our mind, and just just okay. It's interesting. Interesting. Luana, let me know your opinion about.
Yes, I totally agree. We normally suffer more in our mind because we create a bad scenario. For example, in my case, sometimes I don't want to answer clients, I don't want to answer the phone, and I avoid this. I procrastinate this. But when I
Me
call to
too.
client, when I call to client, the client, I talk to client, I tell a good story, I am doing my best, and the client, it's okay, it's kind, and I realize I take off 1,000 kilos of my shoulders, and that's all. I feel peace. But I accumulate. Normally, I accumulate answer clients. Last week, I said to me, "You will answer all calls you will receive." And some weeks I do this, but some weeks I am not good to answer phone or something. But we suffer a lot in our minds than the reality, I think it's important we face quickly things. Face. If you have a problem, face it. If you need to solve something, face it. That's I know this, but sometimes I don't do.
In theory, it's easy, but in the real life, sometimes it's not easy. But I totally agree with you. I totally agree. And you said about the clients, I do the same sometimes. Oh, I receive some messages. I not see now. Because I'm it's not afraid, but so that that feeling that oh I so when I answer, it's good. So just
Yeah,
nothing important. It's interesting to think. Guys, let's remember some situation. Number five, where we was scared in our mind and in the real life everything worked fine. For example, when I was I don't know in English, but when I was trying to have my license car license, yeah, maybe. I
driver license.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. My drive license. The first time I reprovei. I don't know in English, but and the second I was afraid to do the same.
You
I
don't
was
succeed. Sorry, I
Yeah.
just try to
Thank you
because
so much.
I live in London. That's why some
No
words I
problem.
know because of life.
So and because of that, in the second time, I was so afraid. I was worried about. And in that day, it was so calm, everything good, short way to drive, and everything works well. And after, I I I was so light because of that, and I didn't make one mistake, so it was good. But in my mind, oh gosh, a lot of pressure and oh, I can't do it. But in the real life, it was simple. So it's interesting to remember, and it's important to remember that we suffer more inside our mind than in the reality. Matheus, do you remember one specific situation like that?
Any situation. But there are one in the last year when the last year I work in a company, but there are one moments I stay presential in this company, but this companies your base it's in the Betim, Minas Gerais. And my coordinator, oh Matheus, I need to you this week your presence for one training with the team. Do you accept? Oh, okay. And for me, it's I'm afraid because oh my gosh, 5 days. I don't know the Minas Gerais very well, the other city, and I oh my god when I play the situation, but I make this confused in my mind, but in the reality, it's more easy. It's very don't have any problems. I mean, stay the Minas Gerais during 5 years, and for me, it's very easy. The letter of the situation, but in my mind, I put so, oh my gosh, 5 days. 5 days in Minas Gerais. I don't know the city. I don't know the local. The local when I live in the Minas from the the base, the company. It's long. It's very long. And oh my God! But when I stay the 1 week in the city, it's very easy for go to the company and returning from my house, né? The house when I live in the Minas, but I create this difficult in my mind, this afraid about the situation, about the transition for the other, translate for the other city. But I passed the situation. I passed it. When I returning from my house, I make a funny. Oh my gosh! I create a difficult, but the reality is more easy. But it's normal. The situation the people create afraid, create difficult in your minds. It's very normal.
Yeah, I totally feel you. I know. And you, Luana, do you remember some specific experience like that? Share with us.
Yes. Um, one of the a lot of when we when I was studying to my professional card OAB, I I failed first test, and I started to study serious for the second because I have no option. I in that time I had a shop. I sell a shop. I sold a shop, and I think I have two options. I can pass or I can pass. And I started to study about 15, 12 hours a day. and I went to do the test very, very afraid about, my God, if I don't pass, what I will do for my life. Maybe I will become a seller woman in the shop. I don't know. But I passed. I passed in the second proof, in the second test. But was not easy. What was not easy like your case. And I have another experience to share. I was very, very afraid when I will defend my dissertation, my final work of my master degree, and I was very nervous. I thought there will be a bad experience, but was very, very worse than I imagined. Was very, very worse because they are so strict here, and because of my Portuguese accent, because the way Brazilian write, I was a lot of criticizing, but that's okay. I got a point to pass. That's okay.
And you
Because
are a leaf.
sometimes we think it will be bad, but it can be more
Worse.
worse than we imagine.
Yeah. But even like that,
But
everything
I
good.
was prepared. I was prepared to be humiliated in that day. I was really
And you did.
prepared to this.
Yeah, yeah, it's that's true. That's true. It happened. Guys, let me see other question for us. Number 7. I'll skip for number 7. Are you procrastinating right now because you are afraid of something in your life? If yes, could you share with us? Mateus, are you procrastinating right now because of the fear or not?
No, no, not. But in the past, yes, during long time. But I'm learning the situation for not procrastination my activities in your learning English. But in the past, I have this problem, unfortunately. But when I stay one situation and I perceive, oh, I'm a procrastinator. Now I'm active for not procrastination in these activities or learning a new language, but in the past I have this problem.
Good, good. A situation that I overcame recently was share content on social media because as a professional, it's important to share content, to record videos and things like that on my social media. And I was a little bit afraid, the fear of judgment of other people, or it's not it's not good enough, or to point some mistakes. I don't know, but fear to share content on my social media. And nowadays, fortunately, I overcame this situation, but for a long time I didn't share because of that fear of make mistakes and expose myself on social media and other people criticize me or judge. So, but now everything okay. I'm a little, I have fear, but a little. It's not my problem anymore. And you, Luana, let me know if yes or not.
Uh, I'm not procrastinating things because of fear, just because I'm procrastinating. For example, I'm procrastinating wake up 5 a.m. like I like, because the hour I like to wake up. Um, I'm procrastinating this. But sometimes when I have to have a meeting with clients in English, sometimes I procrastinate this because feel like the client will not understand me. But they all the time they think, no, you're good. I can understand you. Your English is good. I really know it's not good, perfect, but I try my best. For example, I last Sunday I go to the park with a French friend, you know, and he speak just English because he speak French, but I don't speak nothing French. And I was thinking about, my gosh, but I don't know if I have to talk in English for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. And I was thinking about cancel the picnic. But it's okay. I went, but about 5 hours, my mind was struggling because I am a TD8 person, and in the beginning, in the final, I just can see your mouth moving, and I didn't heard anything anymore. But that's it. Normally, I procrastinate when I have clients that speak English. If mainly when it's a native language, English native language, because when it's from India or Nepal, or for me it's okay because I don't know the English of them will not perfect like me. But when it's American or British client, I feel nervous.
Yeah, it's not comfortable for us. Yeah, so it's hard. It's hard.
It's
I
hard.
know.
It's hard, but I fear this because I think I need the money of this client and I can do it.
And we have to do to increase our level. So it's
Exactly.
not comfortable, but we have to do that. Uh, Let me see other. Number eight. Have you ever felt proud to overcome the fear of something? Could you share with us? The other side, to feel proud. Yeah, I did. I can do that. Mateus, please.
Mm, yes. When I, for example, resolve one specific problem in the past, and I'm proud to resolve this problem. But it's a proud for the not oh I resolve this problem, but because how can I say in English? Eu superei one difficult. I don't know what to call it. Super.
Overcome.
I overcome one problem, and for me, in this moment, for me, I'm proud because I overcome the problem. But in the past, yes, I passed this situation. But now, when I pass one problem, when I resolve, I resolve. Oh, okay, that's good. I note what I make for resolve this problem for the other opportunities, not repeat this problem or this situation. But in the past, I'm proud because I'm overcoming this problem.
Good, good. A fear that I had in the past to have as a clients, doctors, and things like that because I was afraid, oh my gosh, she's a doctor and maybe she know more than me and nowadays I have doctors as a customers, nutritionists, physiotherapists, and for me it's normal, it's common, and normally when I compare, my level nowadays and some years ago, I felt I feel proud of myself because yeah, I can do that. It's not a problem for me, and for the doctor to understand me, she has to do effort to that. So it's interesting to think like that. So yeah, for me, yes, it's one example. And for you, Luana, let me know.
Mm, I feel proud of me about a lot of things that I did. For example, um, I think I'm the second person in my family to got graduation, and second of got master degree. I have a one niece. She's a doctor, not medicine, doctor,
Doctorate.
biologist.
Yeah.
She's biology, biologist. Then I feel proud because I came to Europe with my daughter, and I can grow my career. I can pay my bills. I can pay an expensive rent. I don't have expensive life. Life here is expensive. And I can survive. I can travel. I can do things that I always want to do. I feel proud when I become a lawyer also. So proud when I finish my master degree in law. I feel proud about to be a good daughter. I think I am a good daughter. And about simple things also. About to be a resilient person, um, person that like routine. I think it's not easy to be like this, but it's the way I like to live.
Very good. Thank you for sharing. And the next question is interesting about this. Um, if you could go back in your past, which advice would you give for yourself? Let me know, Luana, one advice that you would give for yourself. Last version.
My gosh. Advice. Don't don't be too ugly, because sometimes maybe I can sing a very kind person, but I am not a very kind person. Sometimes I have to argue, and sometimes I feel angry and I tell very strongly and offensive things, mainly to my daughter. And if I can go back in the past, I would tell to myself, don't answer in the hour you are angry. Take a breathe, take more, and answer another day, hours later.
Yeah, important
All because
advice.
all my family, I have relatives that they are afraid to talk with me because they said they think I am so ignorant.
Ignorant person.
But it's not. It's sometimes I tell something to my daughter. She think that I am angry, but I am not angry. It's just I'm not kind. I would like to be more kind and more princess, but I'm not princess. I'm a dragon.
Hard, hard, but important. Important to think about that.
It's my
Uh,
personality. I
Yeah,
think the good thing that I have this conscience and I'm trying to be more kind.
exactly. Exactly. Matheus, and you, one advice that you could give for yourself in the past?
Don't be afraid for make a decision. It's important because in the past I mistake some situations. I'm afraid for making one decision or make a mistakes. And for me, if I talk with me the past, I'm talking with you. Don't be afraid. Just make a decision and make a mistakes because the life, the people learning about your mistakes, and it's important for the people go out a new opportunities or a new contacts. And for me, it's this phrase: don't make a mistakes. Don't be afraid for making mistakes.
Yeah, I'm the same page as you because when I was younger, I was so shy and I don't know if it was just shy or fear, you know? So if I could go back to my my past and give an advice for myself, maybe talk more, have more connections, and don't be afraid to connect with other people, expose yourself because if I if in my last version I you that do that, maybe I will start to study English um in a young age, and I don't know, but have more connection. So connection open doors in your life and solve problems, give you opportunities. If you don't talk, if you don't have connection, if you don't interact with other people, it was hard. So for me, that's advice for my version of the past. Talk more. Don't. There's no problem to talk. So for me,
Yeah,
that's
that's interesting. I was a student very I never asked if I had doubt in some I never asked teacher. I try to learn alone. I was like this when I was in secondary school. But when I was in the graduation, the same. When I became a lawyer, I had to be my um, talkative person, to know a lot of person, like to talk with judge and other colleagues.
exactly me either. And
And
with
my daughter is different because she make questions. She exposed the opinion. I admire this way of her.
it's so important for your life.
She is
So important.
like a delegate of the class. I never like this to like organize school work, homework. Never. I prefer to do alone than to work in group.
Yeah, me either. But it's so important. Nowadays, I know, but in the past, I wouldn't do that. But guys, that's a survey in the chat. Please click there and let me know what do you think
Was
about
a
this
very
immersion.
good immersion. I loved this topic.
Thank you so much, and feel free to suggest other topic for us. So let's talk more about fear, about future, about plans for the future and next
And good to have
immersions.
a class with Mateus also, because we had 2 weeks alone two immersions alone. Just me and the Epaminondas. Come more, Mateus.
Yeah,
Yes,
you are
yes,
invited.
yes. Because during the week, for me, it's complicated because my job, but I'm separate 1 week for participation this immersion today because I like these talks with you talk. I'm honest, it's very, very good. I participate the others with you and with you too, Lana, the others. And it's good this communication about this topic because the people nowadays discuss about these topics is it's good the people talk about the past, about the phrase, about the separate the difficult, and I'm like very well about these topics to discuss with us about the listen the other point of views, and it's very very good. But I'm gonna separate a day the week for participate with you.
This week I will recruit more people to come to my immersions. I will participate in other immersions and recruit more people with me. Guys, thank you so much. Take care. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day. See you
It
next
was a
week.
pleasure. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye bye.